What it do? What it do? Good afternoon to the people that's not watching the goddamn Michigan game. But it's your boy Bandit. It's your boy Bandit, you feel me? This is your post-game show. We feel me? We had this delay at personal issues. But you know how we do when we start every show. I'll let you know what villains is in the house. Sky, let them know who you is, though.
You already know where we at. We right here. Lions fan report, baby.
For sure. Rumbo.
Here.
Let
Here
them know who you is, though.
What up, though, man? You can find me here with the Bandit and the villains. Yeah, man. Thanks. I'm ready.
Bree Skrilla, let them know who you is, though.
Right here, where my finger's pointing at, right there. At JBK Zone Coverage. It's on 1 o'clock Saturdays, all NFL. And I'm on here with all the rest of the villains. I'm Bandit Sports.
Sky gonna have everybody doing this.
Right.
It's so much easier.
I feel like I have some kind of
Blue, let them know who you is, though.
Hey, it's your boy Blue. I'm on camera so I don't get fined. And here's my stuff right here. That's why I wear the sunglasses, man. I hate being on camera.
And today we got a special guest, man. He got his own YouTube channel. I'm gonna let him introduce. I've worked with him through Luke G and Rumble. So I'll let y'all introduce yourself. Anthony, let him know who you is, though.
Hey, what up, though? I'm Anthony. I'm from Roar of the Lions UK. We are the British branch of the Detroit Lions fan base. Pleased to be here with you all today.
What to do?
For sure. Lions played the Vikings. Lions won 30-20. Like, everybody was mad because we didn't rest starters and everything else like that. But we'll get in that. Let's first talk about how this offense was on fire, man. Hey, St. Brown was mad because, he got snipped in the Pro Bowl. He came out and did his thing, man. But before we start to St. Brown, let's talk about Goff, man, his performance. Anthony, man, how you feel about Goff's performance, man?
I was quite happy in general. He was protected well by his offensive line. Some good passes on the day. There were a couple of little bad ones. One he should have been picked, but overall, I was really happy. He's doing his reads well, moving the ball down the field. Given that we didn't run the ball that much in this one, I was quite happy with how he played in this one. Say it's what you want. No turnovers. Look good. That's what we need going into the playoffs. We need turnover-free Jared Goff, and we got that in this. I was very happy with him.
Yeah, it boosts his confidence going into the playoffs.
Yeah.
Sky and John.
I mean, Jared played well. I honestly think at the end of the day that we could have possibly sat him going into the third and fourth quarter, because the game really didn't matter. He was hot regardless. That was kind of the point of playing them at all was, kind of keeping them warm. So necessarily, I don't think he needed to play the entire game. But as for just general gameplay, good game. It's what we need out of him in the playoffs. If we get a game like this out of him on the playoffs, we're probably going to win that game.
John, how you rank Goff's performance?
It was solid. Can't be upset with it. He managed the game and got out of there with a win. He was solid most of the day. He missed a few throws, but we kind of come to expect a few errant throws from him from time to time. But other than that, solid day. We got out there with the win, and now it's just on to the wild card.
Uncle Rumble.
Yeah, man. For the most part, he looked very comfortable. And it's good to see him. I think he made some very confident throws that game. Especially some deep balls to Amon-Ra. So yeah, I'm happy that he's out there. It looks like he's, it looks like he's in playoff form. Again, to Ant's point, no turnovers. And shout out to the O-line. Definitely made his job a whole lot easier. And I'm thrilled. I was happy with his performance. So if he can give us that leading into the playoffs, I think he can surpass his performance from the Vikings and hopefully put more points on the board. So I'm looking forward to it.
My boy Blue.
Yeah, I was happy with the performance from Jared Goff. Again, everybody, I like how I go fifth and everybody takes all my points, but no, this is exactly what I want to see out of Goff. This is a Jared Goff game, good, not elite. It's what we need though. It's what we need though. This is what I want Jared Goff to play for every game. Want his confidence to be going great, heading into the playoffs. I want his poise actually looked really good. I mean, again, everybody took all my damn points. I hate it, but again, this is exactly who we want.
Blue.
See how what?
I will say this though, to your point, so you can add on to this. I always will, and I've been saying it in games like this that's coming up, especially against Dallas, the Rams, throughout the playoffs. We need to get Jared going early.
Yep.
Jared
Get
needs
into
to
a rhythm, like we discussed way
the running game is gonna be there. It's not fucking going anywhere. But getting Jared going early, making him confident early, so when he needs to make a fucking play, he can make a play. That's where it needs to be. 35 times a game is perfect. Like we talked about. He needs to throw 5 times a game, every fucking game to win. That's just the way this works. Because we talk about it again. The offense. It goes through the offense. This team runs through the offense.
Yeah. Confidence and rhythm. Jared Goff has that. We win every fucking game.
Bree Skrilla, man. What was your thoughts on Goff?
I think Goff played like Goff is usually played. I think the thing I was most impressed about Goff, though, near the time after they lost Laporta, I was trying to figure out who he's going to, he's used to that kind of production from the tight end position, but he found tight ends. He played, his usual. He got the ball to the usual suspects, and then he got the ball to tight ends. He helped with Reynolds' incentive. So give him props for that one. He got Reynolds paid.
Showing that he's a team player.
That was pretty
Yes,
cool,
sir.
man, from that man too.
So he played the way that Goff needs to be playing. I think I think he's really going through the progressions. I don't think he's really fazed by stuff anymore. I see a lot more coolness from him than I've seen in a while from Goff. So let's just keep this going into the playoffs.
Keep his confidence up. That's what we need to do, honestly.
For sure. Let's talk about the running game, man. I think both running backs went over 1,000 yards in the season, man. First time in a long time. I think it's the first time I ever, in my decade, my lifestyle, I've ever seen it happen. Let's talk about Jahmyr Gibbs first, though. Like his performance. Blue, since you cried about it, I'm gonna let you go first, man. How you feel about Jahmyr Gibbs' performance?
Not his best game, in my opinion. I said this in the last podcast or last live stream. We don't need these guys to go for records. Same Laporta and all these other guys who could have breaking records. You want them to stay healthy, just get their reps in, keep them, get their callus going for the playoff game next next week. And again, primarily with Gibbs, just not his best performance. Obviously, you could see 13 out of 30 yards for a tutty. That's like RB3 numbers, but again, that's not Jahmyr Gibbs.
Skrilla.
So I think in retrospect, all of his season as Gibbs didn't get to play in a lot of games. So to be that close to 1,000 yards with as many games as he wasn't able to play in, or they didn't put him in, I think that's impressive for him. And he's just going to grow from that. I think the playoffs, he's going to show out. I think all the youngsters are going to show out in the playoffs. I do. I think all the youngsters are going to show out.
I agree, bro.
I think Jameson Williams is going to show out. When Porter gets back out there, he's going to show out. I just the offense is not going to fail. I don't think in the playoffs to help the Lions go forward. I think they're just going to be clicking on all cylinders. Motor City. Anyway.
Anthony, man, you in the UK, man. Maybe you see it a little different than what we see it over in the US, man. What was your analytics on the game, man?
I mean, for Gibbs himself, obviously the numbers aren't there, but I'm not really that fussed because we didn't really need the running game in this one. And that's what I really love about our offense is some weeks we will need the run game. We'll lean heavily on it. Some days we just put it in Goff's hand and we let him do the work, which he did for this. And given how Raymond was returning punts really well all game, we were getting really good field position. Amon-Ra was cooking the secondary. That there was no real need for Gibbs in this game. Obviously, he got his touchdown, which was really good. You know, there were a few bad plays in there, but I don't really mind if he's not putting many yards up because Amon-Ra got 150 yards on the day. And on other days, Amon-Ra won't get 150 yards. Gibbs will get 150 yards when, you know, there's always one guy. They'll find a mismatch. They'll exploit it. This week it was Amon-Ra. They were just exploiting the hell out of the Vikings with him. Gibbs wasn't really needed, so I don't mind it. I just love how potent our offense is. I just love how many different weapons we've got, who we can rely on, who can step up as and when needed. This wasn't the week we needed Gibbs. You know, he missed the 1,000 yards. It was a shame, but this is a team game, and they all know about that. So he's had a really good year. I love what I'm seeing from him, and I love our running back room, but we just didn't need him this week.
He didn't make 1,000 yards.
Ferrari.
Oh, did he?
Gibbs
Yeah,
didn't
he
make
was close.
1,000 yards.
Who?
Gibbs?
No, no, bro.
He
He's
was
like at
he was
nowhere
over.
near.
It was from scrimmage, wasn't it? He had 1,000
from
from
scrimmage.
scrimmage.
Yeah,
on the
not
ground.
rushing.
Yeah.
Like I said earlier, bro. Like I personally don't care if Gibbs gets 1,000 or Monty gets 1,000. In my heart, we all have eyes. We all watch ball. We know they're 1,000-yard rushers. Eye test.
If they were singled backs, yeah. Like if they were,
Yeah,
if the backs were, if they were by themselves, yeah, 100%. But our offense doesn't really, like offenses in general really don't run like that unless you're Derrick Henry, and he doesn't even really do it. Like
Right. I'm just saying we don't need to put up 1,000 yards to prove Gibbs is a talented.
100%. I agree with you 1,000%. It's
Well, Sky, since you started, I'm gonna let you give us your take on Gibbs, man.
no, I mean my take on Gibbs is like I said, like I'm a person that once that we were up in the second half and whatever happened in the second half, it didn't even up or down, whatever it would have been, everybody would have came off the field. So, and that's just me. His game was great. I mean, for what he did and what he had, like perfect. Get a couple carries, get the fuck off the field. Like let our bruiser, do his thing. If he gets hurt, I don't want to say Montgomery's, he can get hurt and it's okay. But if one were to go down, I'd rather have Montgomery go down because you can use Gibbs and everything. We've proven that now. He can play. He can be a 3-down back.
Exactly.
Everybody understands. The team understands. The coaching understands that he's a fucking running back. Like they don't beat around the bush when it comes to giving him the ball between the tackles anymore. They don't do that. So that's the great thing, and that's what makes Montgomery so great. And that when he is healthy and he's here, it's just a 1-2 combo that's kind of hard, especially if we ever have to play outdoors. Like people will say that like Goff may have a bad game. Okay, yeah, Goff may have a bad game if we have to play in Philly or something like that. But I'm gonna tell you what, that 1-2 combo of Gibbs and fucking Montgomery is gonna be very, very tough to stop in fucking 15-degree weather.
I think we didn't get the Rumble. Oh, and John. So Rumble will get yours, and then John will get you. What's your take on the running game?
When we get to Uncle Ruckus.
Yeah, man. To everybody's point, I'm glad he got some touches, kind of keep him in rhythm. He didn't feel like he wasn't part of the game. He didn't feel like he wasn't part of the victory. He did get that touchdown, and he's still able to get out there and get those game time reps. And I'm cool with it. Hey, you didn't get your 1,000, but you know what, Rook? Your best games are ahead of you. We are going into the playoffs. There will be teams out there who
Playoff
have
Gibbs unlocked, Rumble.
Yes, there will be teams out there who have to game plan against you. So I think
unlocked.
Yes, I think JG. I think he's gonna be dynamite in the playoffs because these rookies to Strilla's point, man, these young cats, man, I don't think they realize how huge this is for the city of Detroit and for this franchise. So I think we're going to see the best ball out of these kids, man.
And
Yeah.
I want to say this to Sky's last point in terms of like if Montgomery was to go down. What I like about Gibbs as a player, as a running back, XYZ, is that he can rise to the occasion. Like we know Gibbs can get like 12 carries, like 50 yards, and be productive, right? Well, we saw on Monday night his very first 20 carries,
Actual
and he
start.
went fucking off 150
gosh.
and just 2 tutties. It's one of those players that has so much value. He could be. It's like the Amon-Ra thing, like we talked about. Remember, Amon-Ra could be just as effective with 5 balls, 50 yards, 1 tutty, or he could just do what he did in the Vikings game, and go fucking crazy.
Right, the kid's dynamic with his movement. I think we saw several cuts where he was just like I said, 18 inches, and it's just like a minute. It's like, dude, and he was just able to cut, just make that guy miss, and then he ran it in. It was just like, man,
he's learning from Montgomery. Is what's happening.
Absolutely.
Montgomery's biggest thing about him being a running back is literally his ability to set up linebackers.
Yeah,
he's very good at jump cutting.
Oh my gosh.
Right now, but at the professional level, he's learned timing now. The game is slowed down. Is basically my point for Gibbs.
Mm-hmm.
When that happens, the light turns on. Yeah, it's tough, Rumble.
Just hold
That's
on.
what happened to Chris Johnson's guy. Remember that his rookie year, he was still a good player, but he really turned it on in year 2 for CJ2K.
Yeah, the light turned on, dude, and you just see the holes. You see where you need to go. You watch a lot of film, so you understand the way people move around.
Now the little things gel together with that elite talent.
Hold on to that ball too, man. He's got to get that.
And he's a guy that doesn't have to run through the hole like a fucking a bowling ball either. He can if he understands very well, he's fast enough to Le'Veon Bell the fuck out of this league.
Mm-hmm. Hey, he'll
put blocking and then take off in open field.
Yep. John, let me get your intake. We're gonna go on to Hank Brown.
Oh yeah, no. Gibbs good to get him touches. Like everybody was, mentioned. It's you didn't hit that 1K mark, but you are still a rookie. You have 4, 5, 6, 7 more years to hit that mark. This is way bigger for the city, for him to be healthy, for us to have a deep run in the playoffs. So he only needed a few touches. Yeah, he still got a tutty. So it's all good. Sit him down, let him rest. We got a big week.
Stop calling my phone.
I think we're moving on to Amon-Ra, correct, Bandit?
Yeah, we
having some router problems again, bro?
Oh, I'm on Raw. Okay. I'll take this one. All right. So
I'll talk about Amon-Ra shit.
Yeah, I'm on Raw's game again.
I got people blowing my phone up. My bad. Go ahead, Rumble. Let them know what Amon-Ra did.
Yeah, to Bandit's point earlier, he's going against one of the premier receivers, somebody that people are going to be, kind of comparing him to. And again, it's a special game within the division. Justin Jefferson, Amon-Ra, and Amon-Ra always seems to, take it another level during these games, especially when, Pro Bowl snub. But yeah, Amon-Ra came and delivered. We had some injuries go down, and he was leaned on a little bit, but he made the most of his opportunities as well, man. 7 targets, 144 yards with a to me was the game sealing touchdown. Yards after carry, in which he made several guys miss. The guy's ready for playoffs, and if that didn't, if that game didn't show you, yeah, the guy's ready. The guy's ready to play a ball, man. So the NFC should be put on notice with this guy, which is going to help this offense tremendously, especially if they zero in on this one. Amon-Ra St. Brown. It's going to open up other guys, and it's going to open up our playbook. So, kudos to Amon-Ra, man.
Man,
straight
the
dog
NFL
this
doesn't
week,
notice
man.
him by now, bro. They're fucking tripping.
Yeah,
bro. Like,
Guy Blue, let me get your
take on performance.
Yeah, I might as well go since I kind of was taking his screen time away. Yeah, bro, it was fun. That was my favorite part of the game yesterday, bro. Was just watching Amon-Ra being Amon-Ra, the sun god, the winged dragon of Ra. My little personal nickname for him sometimes. No, and I just loved. I think it was it a post? He had that deep route, sort of deep route, like for a touch. Well, for the huge gain down to the goal line, right? Can't remember what route it was, but that was cool to see for me because everybody's like, "Oh, he's just a slot," and then you see that I was like, "Yep, that's Amon-Ra."
Yeah,
And
he
it
lined
reminded
out.
me,
Yeah. Yep.
and remind me of the Cardinals game. That was officially when Amon-Ra became Amon-Ra. Remember in the Cardinals game his rookie year? It was like
He
a
became the
nice
sun
deep
god.
deep little
Yes.
yep. That
Absolutely.
reminded me of that, and that was one of my favorite Lions memories as of late. That Cardinals game, especially since Amon-Ra just did that. He didn't go off for 203 tutties, but I wasn't that far off.
Yeah, he did his thing.
He did.
Scott, let me get your take.
I mean, Amon-Ra had a great game, obviously. What was weird about it is the fact that he was getting open so much. Like,
Yeah,
I don't understand. Their corners were just leaving him after a certain point. Like,
they snubbed him out of the Pro Bowl, Sky. That's why he was getting open.
I guess, yeah. I don't know what the fuck was going on. He had a great game. I mean, it's going to continue. I just really hope Sam Laporta's back because it opens a lot for Amon-Ra to have another person in the middle of the field that can take a lot of pressure off him. So he's doing well.
Go ahead, John.
No, it's a solid game. Like again, just the same point. Morris Lake is like I didn't want to see everybody out there that long. I'm happy we got out of it mostly unscathed. Besides Laporta, we'll see what happens if he's going to be ready to go next week. But Amon-Ra, solid game. It's what we expect from him. We don't expect nothing less anymore. You know what I mean? We're just waiting on getting a true X so he can actually really shine by himself in one-on-one coverage.
Oh man, 1-on-1 versus
Man,
Amon-Ra.
wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh boy.
No. Good luck, man.
Yeah, I just
Skrilla.
scared after hearing that.
I don't know what you. First of all, Amon-Ra's going to get open. I don't care who the hell's out there. Okay, Porter don't have to be out there for him to get open. It's amazing. You got to understand something. Looking at the game as a whole, guess who else was out there getting open? Justin Jefferson. You didn't think he would get open because you'd have to be blocking him up. But it's just those kind of receivers are talented. Amon-Ra's are talented in his own right, as Justin Jefferson is in his right. And when they're on their game, nobody can stop them. So Amon-Ra, I don't care if they have to run somebody else out there. Doesn't make a difference. He finds his way open. And Goff finds him open. Mostly 90% of the time he throws to him. He's open. So, I mean, Amon-Ra is top 5 receiver in the NFL. And when you're a top 5 receiver in the NFL, you're doing something right.
I just hope, throw to your point, though, I really just hope that Ben Johnson has something cooked up for the Rams blitz this week because they're going to sell out for that fucking run this week, and it is. And when it comes down to it, dude, we sat there and watched certain situation where Ben Johnson is not running his play calling is very fucking mid, to put it blunt, when it comes to verse man coverage. And without Laporta, it gets weird.
Yeah, Sky, that was a good
Anthony,
point.
let me know your take on
He'll be
this round
fine.
of game, his performance.
I mean, Amon-Ra, he's Detroit personified, really, the guy, isn't he? He's gritty as hell, he's tough, he's never satisfied, always trying to get better, and he leads by example on the field. And I mean, that was no more apparent than just before his touchdown. We all forget that big Vikings nose tackle dug his knee right into his ribs and lifted off on him. He's 100 pounds plus heavier than him, deliberately trying to injure Amon-Ra. He comes back in one play later, and then on the next drive, that 70-yard touchdown where, he loses one guy, he breaks the ankle of Cameron Bynum twice, and then he carries 2 of them into the end zone on his back. Like, you piss him off, you do something like that to him, he's going to make you suffer. And he's just tremendous, especially when he plays the Vikings. He just has something against the Vikings where he cooks their secondary every single time he plays them. But he's a special player, and in the big moments when you need him, he'll always provide for you. And I thought he was tremendous in this game, and I just thought he showed a lot of resoluteness in this. Exactly what we needed. Said led from the front and absolutely cooked them. So he's tremendous. I love him. He had a great game, and he's just going to carry on doing this, isn't he? 9 100-yard games this year. Dude just does it every week now for fun.
Anthony, you just made me a little emotional right there, because I remember that segment as well. Just I forgot to mention that, and I was just like, that's what you love to see out of great players, bro. Whether they're Lions or not, just they get fucked up on a play, in the ribs, and then he just goes fucking nasty on the next play. I'm just like, bro, that's like, we all know what Calvin went through in terms of injuries, and he just said, "Fuck it, I'm gonna jump 3 more guys again."
Talk about Detroit personified, man. That was huge, man.
That's Absolutely. Why I got emotional. I was like, God damn.
That was huge, man. And this guy is he didn't get drafted first round. And frankly, he remembers everyone drafted ahead of him, and he
plays angry, Rumble. He plays angry, and I love that. He is
very, very, very. You can depend on him, and it's been fun watching him this year, man. Incredible.
It's a guy that you got to keep around, to your guys' point. Like, it's a guy that, like, no matter the situation, if you got a guy like this in your locker room, the situation's going to get figured out.
Yeah,
and that's obvious ever since they've implemented this man into the offense, and he's been a focal point. Somehow, some way, they've figured it out.
Oh yeah,
so
absolutely.
He's a guy that no matter what happens in those contract negotiations, just meet in the middle and say, fuck it. We all know he's going to be a Lion for his whole career, hopefully.
Exactly.
I don't care if he even gets overpaid a little bit. He's that valuable, bro.
We got one more player. I wouldn't care if he get overpaid, though, because he worked it.
That's what I'm saying.
The last player we're going to talk about on the performance.
That's all I was saying. Like, Sky had a great point. Hey, that's our guy. You overpay that guy to satisfy him. You owe him that.
He the sun god. But let's talk about Sam Laporta's performance on offense, man. He did break the tight end record with catches, and I think he tied it with touchdowns, if I'm not mistaken. But
I was hyped for that.
Rumble, man, how you feel about Sam Laporta before the injury, man? We all worry about the injury, but let us know about the game before he got hurt.
Yeah, man. Sam has been special this year as well, man. It feels good to have a tight end who is an actual tight end, who run blocks, who is a red zone target, who is a middle of the field target, who is a first down target, the kid is special, man, as a rookie. It's been fun watching him play, and I pray that we do get to see him in the playoffs. Because, again, he's another one of those players teams are going to have to actually game plan against.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what is so awesome about this offense.
Yep.
Goff has been spreading the ball throughout, every game. So Laporta is absolutely a special kid, man. I look forward to his, look forward to seeing what he does in the playoffs, man. Rest up, Laporta, get healthy, and we'll see you out there, man.
Skrilla.
Yeah, Sam was extraordinary when he was out there on the field. There was I don't know if you recognize one of the runs that Montgomery had where he broke out. I think it was like a 6 or 7 yard little breakout. Laporta had a nice little block on that side against a linebacker that was coming straight down the line on him. So, those are the nuances that you miss if Laporta doesn't come back. He'll be missed. I'm not going to say if he doesn't make this game, he'll be missed, obviously. And it's great to have a better than Hawkinson tight end. I think he's better than Hawkinson. He's better than
Absolutely.
Oh, and that I've been
He's
saying
better
that
than
all
most of the tight
year.
ends in most of the pro tight ends in the whole league right now. He's better. He played better than Kelsey this year. He played better than Kittle this year.
Mhm.
Those are big name tight ends that usually bring it every year. He didn't bring it this year, but Laporta did.
He's offensive
So,
rookie of the year, bro.
Yeah, he's one of the best offensive weapons in the league right now. So I mean, like I said, I hope that his injury doesn't set him back too far. I hope he comes back to us to revel in winning above this round, second round, Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? That kind of stuff. So I hope he does come back for that. I hope the injury is not too bad. But yeah, Laporta is Laporta, man. Laporta potty. What you like to say there, Bandit? Laporta potty? Because he likes a what?
And the potty because he be shitting on niggas. You already know how I like to say it, though.
Yeah.
But Anthony, man, I'm gonna let you give me your intake. Give me your intakes on Sam Laporta.
He's the future of the tight end in the NFL, isn't he? The age of Kittle and Kelsey is passing, and he's going to be the guy who takes on that mantle going forward. He's been tremendous. Like, we knew that he was a good receiver coming out of college. It was the blocking that was the thing with him, and this season you've seen how much his blocking has improved, how good he is. The man goes to war out there. He does his job. He gets in the trenches, does all that nitty-gritty stuff first, and then the guy just makes plays as a receiver. He's tremendous. The way he just sort of fooled the Vikings defense into leaving him alone and then just walked into the end zone on his own. Like, vets who've been in the league a lot longer than that wouldn't be able to come up with that sort of stuff. And he's been a revelation for this team. So it's a shame that he got hurt during this game. I still think we're going to see him again at some point this season. But what we do know is we've got a bona fide threat at tight end now for the next half a decade, and he's going to be an absolute menace. And hopefully we will get him back there. He had a big impact in this game before he went out, but yeah, his season's been tremendous. That's all you can really say about him, and hopefully we get him back soon.
Blue, did we get your take?
No, you did not. Yeah, so
I was checking.
All good, my guy. I love you. I was about to say, I just had it. Now you distracted me. Fuck. So before the injury, like we talked about, obviously Laporta was Laporta. After the injury, I'm praying to God for what we talked about earlier. It sounds like it's a hyperextension, which I hope it is too, because that really, just ruined the whole game for me. Besides the Amon-Ra stuff I said earlier, and just like, man, because that dude's the truth. Laporta, like, I love Gibbs and I love the running back position. That's like my second favorite position. But Laporta's the fucking truth, bro. That's the offensive rookie of the year versus Gibbs. He easily I would definitely take him over any tight end right now in football. I'll stand on that. He is that fucking good, bro. He's Kelsey and Kittle mixed. I swear to God. Dude's the fucking truth, bro.
John and Scott, let me get your take on Laporta potty, man.
Solid, just especially with respect for him. Just big in the run game. He's always big in the run game, but he shows you that he's got the soft hands. That's the reason why he's out there. I just hope for a speedy recovery. Hopefully that the knee not nothing. Gonna need him.
Yeah, it's tough for me too, because like I said, things like that are just weird when it comes right before the playoffs. So it's I don't understand. Like I said, I don't know how much playing time those guys would have got from me, but I hope Mitchell shows the fuck up if Sam can't play. That's all I'm gonna say, because not only is Sam a huge outlet for Goff, I mean, he also does a lot in our short passing game. Like, he's a split wide, like, a lot. And it's a huge mismatch for like every fucking team in the league. So it's a big miss if we don't have him. But great fucking game prior to getting fucking hurt, bud.
talk about the injury though. I don't know if anybody got any. Skrilla, you got any updates? But yeah, that injury, man. Some people say he's gonna be out of the game. I heard he might be playing this week, so I'm not really sure. But
I think we're getting to a point where we're trusting Dan Campbell in a sense where he says, "Hey, it went from like weeks to days." So we understand it's not a major injury, basically, to the injury itself, and then what Sky alluded to about playing time and reps and this and that. So I was on record for I don't like to rest starters before the week because I've watched the NFL a lot. Again, personal, not being objective when I say this. Just a personal opinion. We've all seen Peyton Manning's Colts, take a rest, before the playoffs, and they stink in the first round, one and done. Rodgers and the Packers did this how many fucking times, one and done in the playoffs. So me personally, I wanted them to avoid the rust and avoid, being flat going to the first playoff game. But at the same time, you could do what Sky was saying. Just play first half, get their feet going, get their reps in, boom, get them out second half, get them the fuck out. And sadly, I think it was 3 minutes left to go in the second quarter. Unfortunately, Laporta got that injury. It was something like that, correct? And that's the shitty part because we have a group chat, as we always talk about, off the show. The group chat was like, "Get him the fuck out, Dan." And I was with them because I could see both sides, and I was the Dan Campbell. Yeah, just get them their callus going so they don't come off rusty and flat in the playoffs. So mixed emotions for me, man. So yeah, I still probably would do it because knock on wood, it seems like we did. Besides Laporta, everybody should be fine. I know Khalif's a big part of it, but Khalif's not going to be a big ass oh my God, we lost Amon-Ra type of thing. Or right. Yeah, I'm not going to say the who at 58. I'm just going to say 58. It's not 58, but you get what I'm saying. Anyway, that's all I got.
Yeah, to Blue's point too, man, and Ant's point from earlier. We could tell that, the Vikings were a little egregious in some of the things they were doing as far as the hits and the extra, the extra things. And I don't want to jump off topic, but, it sucks that, he did go down with this injury. But also I have faith again in Dan Campbell and our medical team. Because our medical team seems to be able to get these guys back. Again, CJ, CD Deuce is back. We seem to have a competent medical team. So if Dan Campbell's telling me it's bad, but it's not as bad, he's like, so we'll see in a couple of days. So to me, that's but again, to Blue's point, if we need him, and to Sky's point, we need him out there. But if we can game plan against, this is why it's so important with these coordinators. We have to game plan as if he might not be available. So what does Ben Johnson do? Again, these are what head coaches do. They find a way to get the best out of their players. So Ben
Johnson's got to have a big game, baby.
That's what I'm saying. We talked about that, Sky. Remember, it's a Ben Johnson and O-line game for this game, bro.
Yeah, I'm so bummed he's hurt, and I wish him nothing. If he does come back, I hope he's, a 90% Sam Laporta is better than no Sam Laporta.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Just him being a threat out there is, it's going to open up that playbook and the run game. So that's my take on it.
Good point, Rumble. Good point.
Did I miss anybody?
Anthony, I think, because I don't think. Yeah, did you talk about the injury itself, Anthony?
No, not the. So, I mean, for me, with this injury, this whole thing coming back to Dan playing his starters, etc. This is who Dan is. This is what we signed up for when Dan Campbell took over this team. You don't take days off. You don't take the easy way to get to these games. This team had a lot to work out coming into this game. The offense over recent weeks has not looked the best. It went really cold against the Cowboys for a long time. The execution's not been there. The technique has not been there, especially on the offensive line run blocking. You need game time to fix these issues out. And we've been talking about how good the offense looked in this game today because it was able to get out there and do what it needed to. You know, guys are coming into form on both sides of the ball. There was some really good performances out there, the defensive line especially, which we'll talk about in a bit. But for us, this is what Dan means when you've got to fight a little harder, think a little smarter, do all this sort of stuff. You have got to go out in these games and you have got to prove a point and you have got to keep striving to get better. I didn't want to go into the playoffs and the last memory the starters have of playing football is getting screwed by a ref in Dallas.
Thank you, Anthony.
And they are not having. And again, this team has issues, both sides of the ball. Defense has issues. Offense has issues. You've got to fix those. You can only fix them on the field because there's only so much tape can do there for you. I do not mind him putting the starters out there at all. They need at that time. Goff had a good game. He's going to go in full of confidence. The defensive line's going to go in full of confidence. Amon-Ra's going to go in full of confidence. What the Rams going to go? Sat on their lazy asses for a week. Doing nothing. They're going to come up against.
That's why I'm fucking hyped, bro. That's
why
I'm fucking hyped.
Exactly. They are going to come up against a buzzsaw. We don't take time off. We fight harder than others. And Sam got hurt. Okay, it happens. Next man up. Do your job. Yeah. James Mitchell came in on Jahmyr Gibbs' run. James Mitchell pulled off one hell of a block when Gibbs got into the end zone. 2nd and 13 in the second half. Mitchell, big completion. Gets up in the air, snags it down. These guys, Brock Wright's going to be back. We know what Brock brings to this team. You've got to keep going and you've got to keep pushing yourselves. That's what this team is about. You are ignoring your core principle of what grit is. Dan Campbell says this team is about grit. To then turn around and tell his players to take a day off just because what? They won the division?
That's a
You've done nothing. Point. You have done nothing yet. Every team wins its division at some point. You have not done anything worthy of that. You've got to keep getting better. You've got to keep striving for better. And you've got a lot to work on. So you go out there, you play your games, you work.
First time in 31 years, though. I feel like I would tell them we
30.
did something the first time in 31 years.
Exactly.
31 years. 60 years.
We are working from a low boundary here. This is still, it's not enough for the team.
That's got to be the message, Anthony. That's got to be the message because at the end of the day, the Rams are walking into this going, "Hey, we've been here and done this. Like, we don't need to go out here and have grit and fucking play our starters in a game we already have locked up that doesn't matter for fucking season outside of Dallas, fucking losing." That's the attitude they're having.
I get it from their point of view. So, but as I say, from ours. Yes. You have to stick to your core principle. And Dan's core principle here is that you never stop. You're relentless. You carry on striving to get
backfired,
better.
Though, brother.
I mean, what? Laporta got hurt. Our running backs are healthy. Our quarterback's healthy. Our offensive line is fully healthy. Our main receivers are healthy. Our defense is healthy. The guys came back. I know Laporta's a loss there.
Anthony, that's our wide receiver too, technically. With yards.
But JMO's not played the full season. We know how it is.
I understand that, but that's literally
conceptually. He was talking about conceptually.
That's our wide receiver.
That's Goff's security blanket.
Let me tell you something about this offense. First of all, First of all, this offense doesn't have a number one wide receiver. It could be anybody on any given Sunday. Just because Amon's putting up numbers doesn't necessarily mean he's the number one all the time. This offense is built on getting the ball to anybody that they can find open in that system. That is it. That's why Laporta, yes, he is a detriment loss to this team, but this offense is built to recover from that situation. And then they can do that. I have confidence in Ben Johnson to do that. If he can't do that, he doesn't need to be an offensive coordinator. Period.
But I don't think this is so much a problem for fucking. I don't think this is so much a fucking problem for Ben Johnson, though, guys. Rilla, this is not a problem for him. This is a problem for.
I was just about to say that, guys. Like
you guys. Ben Johnson
remember, out there throwing the ball.
Yeah, things got to be fucking perfect for Jared. You remember this? Everything has been perfect up until what now? Sam Laporta getting hurt. Now, I'm not going to say this is end all be all, guys. That's not what I'm fucking saying. What I'm saying is that this is going to be bigger in the grand scheme of things than what people think if he doesn't play against the Rams.
Oh, for sure. Like it's going to be a big loss.
The tight end is going to become a secret weapon instead
Absolutely.
of fucking main focal
And
point.
y'all-
of the
hey,
offense.
But on the flip
on top
side,
of that,
all I-
Sky,
I'm sorry. I would just
Go
say
ahead.
on the flip
Go ahead.
side, you know, if we were to have rested everybody this weekend and then we go into a game against the Rams next week and our offense comes out cold because we have had 3 or 4 games now where the offense goes quiet for far too long. It has little spurts. It goes cold because it's not operating functionally. You know, you have to sort that out before. You can't just walk into the playoffs and then we're quiet for the first quarter and a half. The Rams get ahead. And, you know, who cares if we've got Laporta then? We're not built to work behind that.
If I can build
do we not have a fucking bye? Is this not the NFL? You know what I'm saying? Like we already have a game where we take a day off. We already have weeks where we have long 10-day stretches. Like, does it really matter in the grand scheme of things if we miss one fucking week with our starter?
It kind of does.
I think
historically.
I don't think so.
I think it does. Just in terms of, as I say, our offense was having a lot of struggles.
Teams, it happened to a lot of great teams over the years, bro.
Our offense was having a lot of struggles, and I feel
we
in
ain't
this
them,
game,
and they ain't us.
We saw a lot of improvement from the guys. They were a
You
lot
think
more
the
consistent.
Dallas loss impacted it, Ant?
The Dallas, ours.
Like if we win in Dallas, do you think that it matters? Do you think we just sit the players?
Well, no, because we could have gone for the 1 seed this
Right,
week,
no,
couldn't we?
Right, I get that, but like,
I'm just saying
if we didn't have a chance for the 1 seed and we beat Dallas.
I'm just saying it from Dan's point of view. I understand why he's done this. And again, I feel like we had a lot still to play. Not on the pitch, not in terms of seeding, not in terms of anything. I feel that getting our team ready for the playoffs, getting us prepared, we still had a long way
and physical
to go.
Yes.
And think about this going into next week now. Our defensive line absolutely trashed them. Josh Pascal came and played well. Romeo Okwara played well.
Levi had a moment.
Hutch is in the form of his life. Another 3 sacks this week. You are now going to have one of the hottest edges in the NFL right now coming into this week because he is stacking performances week on week and you are getting him ready for the playoffs. I feel the benefits we've had from this game, you know, is worthy of what has happened, is worth risking this odd knock here and there. I feel very confident in this team going in.
And you got a gallon of gasoline that's fucking Ford Field.
Exactly.
In a city, you got a nuclear bomb that is Detroit, ready to just detonate.
And again, I'm glad that Anthony brought this all up because, again, like psychologically, mentally, and physically, like, again, bro, that's a very historical thing. Because, again, I know he wasn't alluded to that, and I just wanted to add to that because I didn't want to steal his point. But at the same time, like, I think Anthony said it best. The Rams are taking this as a fucking vacation, bro. They rest their fucking starters. They didn't really need to rest their starters. Technically, yes, they didn't have to go from a 6th seed to a 5th seed. I get that. But now, since we're still on the train of, hey, let's get ready, let's do this, let's do that, since we're still on the train, we're going to be ready to fucking go. And now, basically, it's like physics. It's like fucking chemistry, where the fuck the term is.
Newton's law.
Yeah. Just imagine a fucking fist, palm.
Yeah, to your point,
we're going to say that to the pregame show, bro. Know more about
I know. I'm just wanting to add a little tidbit. And then
the whole psychological.
We lost 4 viewers when you started pounding yourself like that.
Yeah, the whole psychological thing is huge right now, especially with this young team. The history. I'm all for Dan playing the starters, man, and it's like he wants them to not only realize how grueling the season is, but also how special this run is right here. And as it gets in a divisional opponent, so it's psychologically. It's building them to get used to winning this division.
Flat and rusty, bro. We're over.
Yes,
I'm not going flat and rusty in the fucking first round, bro, because that's when we'll lose a fucking playoff.
No,
game.
that's why you just get Jared going fucking early, man. Like it's not like
no, I get that, Scott.
This isn't the beginning of the season, man. We're 18 weeks in. We're fucking like you want to be that. This is why the Rams are doing this. Like I'm not super mad that he did it. Right? I'm not.
No, you're
what I'm saying. I understand what you guys are saying. But in the grand scheme of shit, having a completely healthy fucking team going into a a playoff game is great.
But was it
Yeah.
playing well?
It's phenomenal.
And we
Was
still
that
might
how the
get that.
team playing well?
We still might get Laporta. We don't know how
I mean,
significant this injury
First
is.
of all, you're not getting a fully healthy team in week 18. Not through the course of the season. It's not happening. Everybody's got their aches and their bruises. It's everybody's ability to play through their pain. So no, you're not getting everybody's 100% physicality in week 18. Not happening. I don't care how many times you sit down. And then that's the thing about it. When you sit players down for a game that you don't have to, that you're not playing because you already got something locked down. Sometimes, I think that's the reason why a lot of teams, when they come out into the playoffs after they've rested a week, that they don't play well in the beginning or even through the whole game, is because they've gotten so used to their body healing in that process. It's kind of like, you keep picking the scab.
Thank you.
Picking the scab and it keeps
your
coming
body
back.
relaxes,
You want to keep that
you
callus.
get relaxed. You get lazy.
You want them calluses. That's what you want.
Yeah. You drop a pass. You forget an assignment. Fundamentals, technique. Fuck, bro. Like, it's all those variables that can affect you losing a playoff game.
And quite frankly, if we can't survive the loss of one tight end, we're not built to be in the playoffs. Like, we've got to be able to overcome injuries like that, and that is what our offense is so good at. We have that many playmakers that, it is a loss with Sam, but we didn't see Jameer last week. We didn't really see Monty last week. We didn't see JMO last week because he was hurt. Someone will pick up the slack.
Yep. Absolutely.
And like I was trying to tap in
questions
earlier,
for y'all. So who's y'all top performer?
Yep. Oh, Amon-Ra, bro. Like, it's easily Amon-Ra.
Remember, who's your top performer on offense?
On offense, I'm gonna go. I'm on Ra. I'm on Ra for sure.
You sure it wasn't Trinity Benson?
Anthony.
Golden Tate. No.
Yeah, it's hard to vote against Amon-Ra for this one. He was just on another level.
Sky and John.
I'm gonna take Big Jerry.
We're gonna go that same route too.
Yeah, no.
Oh, Jared.
John.
Yeah,
Was he playing special teams or defense?
I mean, yeah, Jerry's up there, but like, Sun God made big plays when it needed to be happened.
Sun God.
Skrilla.
Well, you got to give it to Sun God. The dude played out of his mind. He was trying to match the other receiver on the other side.
Throwing the ball.
So, he did great. I can't give it to nobody but the Sun God. Can't do it.
Funny, Bandit. You could probably give the second place spot to Goff, though. Honestly, possibly.
No, most definitely.
Or maybe,
maybe
Hutch.
Why you say that?
Tie with Hutch.
The whole O line. He's
Yeah.
an
Plays offense.
player. Yeah,
in
no,
terms
he's an
of offense, my
offensive
bad.
player.
I don't
Yeah.
know why I added Hutch. My bad.
Yeah, the whole O line for sure. I would be a close second for me.
Yeah.
Shit,
It
the
was
way he was
smooth.
coming in that backfield, he might have been playing offense.
Heyo.
Let's talk about this defense. This OAG need to be fired. You need to get rid of him. Defense. Hutchinson had 4 tackles, 3 for a loss, and 2 sacks in this AG defense. Skrilla, how you feel about the defense performance? Well, Aiden Hutchinson's performance.
Okay. I think this is a tale of two halves of football with AG. I think AG came with the house in the beginning of the game. I think he was doing really well the first 2 quarters.
Here it goes.
And then he went to it's not Derek goes. Derek was. You can say all you want, but when you start playing that stupid ass zone he was playing, he was trying to play that stupid ass zone again when he should have been playing man and just playing the receiver straight up when they had coverage on. Man, they were running through the damn secondary like nobody knew where the hell they were going. I didn't see this. Man, come on. If it wasn't for the fact that the defensive line was starting to get to old boy and he threw those stupid ass interceptions,
Mullins.
Who cares about?
Mullins.
Anyway, Mullins, get him a Mullen. But anyway, he stinks. He's not a good quarterback in crunch time. But it's like, dude, y'all ain't. What are you doing back there? The front line played great. It was the back seven that just was all over the damn place. I was like, what the hell in the second half? We should have beat their ass more. This is another game. This is the same thing that happened the last time we played Minnesota. We should have whooped their ass by more. And it was because the secondary couldn't figure out who the hell they needed to cover at first. And they were leaving Vildor out there on an island with no safety help. Come on, man. That's just bad defense.
I think it was almost like a let's see what you got, or maybe I don't know. But to your point, I agree. But one thing about AG that I've been giving him grief all year about him adjusting, about him switching, bringing substituting players who aren't performing. And why is he with this guy again? In Jacobs. I felt like this time he was like, okay, I'm gonna stick you on Jefferson. I felt like he was challenging his players more. I feel like he's been challenging the players more. Like, to everybody's point throughout this season, you guys have been like, yo, he's calling them. He's calling the blitzes, but they're not getting there. Yeah. I am starting to see Aaron Glenn challenge these guys and actually see some kind of, I'm actually seeing some emotion out of him when they do succeed, and he's happy for them. And I hope that triggers over into the playoffs. I hope it's, I think now they're starting to get confident in what these guys are telling them, and they're starting to put it together, and it's happening at the right time, man. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna give AG his props right now, and I hope he doesn't make me a bad guy or a liar at this point. But
Rumble, to your point, brother. Remember how you said now you're seeing the light in terms of like it's maybe more so the players than you had issues with AG. Like, I know this is a game before, but remember that Dallas game with Derek Barnes?
Yep.
That's the poster child of what
exactly
I would say me and Mike and we wouldn't trying to defend AG, and I guess
I think that's when I saw it, because I was like, yo, he called the perfect play.
Yeah.
Derek Barnes went in uncovered. It's like, oh, what happened? It was a safety. At most, it could have been a touchdown, but at most it could have been a safety. But I mean, look at the two guys who got picks yesterday. One who hadn't played in,
the vets,
several weeks. And these are the guys that he kind of campaigned to bring here. So you talk about full circle, man.
Veteran DBs, bro. They pay off. They pay off, bro.
Absolutely.
No, I'm not. And don't.
Anthony, let's get your take about Aiden Hutchinson's game. Oh, well,
I mean,
I'm not dumping on AG. Okay,
no. You're
sometimes, like with that Dallas game. That was one of his best defensive call games I've ever seen him have, and that Derek Barnes. That's when you see people don't make their damn plays. How it ends up.
Yep.
And that shouldn't have been a touchdown by no means. But Derek Barnes thought he was going to shoulder Dak Prescott into the end zone. I don't know what the hell he was thinking. But like I said, I give AG his props when he calls a good game.
AG, I trust.
Hey man, I trust him too.
He's got to stop with that. He's got to stop with that zone, man. He's got to start using when he knows he's got receivers. Now, like this is going to be this upcoming game is going to be a test for him in that secondary. So he's got to figure this shit out and stop playing them damn zone. Fuck that. I'm telling you right now, Stafford eats zones up. So I'm just saying.
Yeah, I believe we're going to blitz the shit out of Staff, but. Big play in Michigan game too. Big play.
Anthony, let me get your thoughts on Hutchinson's performance.
I thought Hutchinson was great, and I think he's hitting a vein of form right at the correct time for us. These last two games have been really good for him. You saw yesterday, I mean, now that Aleem's back, we're getting more pressure down the middle. It's giving more one-on-one opportunities for him. You saw him destroy a tight end and take Mullins down for a big loss. You saw him absolutely obliterate the right guard for a sack. The trick play when he took down Jefferson about 12 yards behind the line of scrimmage, blew a tight end up again there. The guy's just in form, and again, he looks hungry, and this is what just all this game time does for him. And I just thought he made so many big plays for us yesterday. And, you know, it was one of the big reasons that we won. Just every time we needed a stop, every time we needed a big play, he was the guy who came up with it. And as I say, he's in the form of his life at the minute. I don't think I've seen him play better in his career so far. And he looks like he's getting that bit of swag about him. He's getting that confidence, you know, like the top edge rushers do, the ones who just, they know they're good. They'll go out, they'll make big plays, and they'll just go and wreck shit. And that's really what he looks like he's doing at the minute. He had a terrific game, and I think the Rams are in for a hell of a long day with him when it comes to next week. He was tremendous, and he's turning into the player, the number 2 pick that we invested in, and not a moment too soon.
Damn, Anthony took everything.
Guy and John, let me get y'all thoughts on his performance.
Sorry.
I mean,
it's all good. Great minds think alike.
I mean, he's coming in, like Ant said, he's coming hot at the right time. I mean, I predicted him for 15 sacks this year. I mean, I honestly, if we would have had James Houston the entire year, I think he would have got there.
Oh,
fuck. Just because he would have had help on the other side. And the way Hutch rushes the passer, I mean, it'd have been a whole lot of one-on-ones for him. Especially if James got hot in any game. So great performance by his ass, and keep it moving through the playoffs, man. Keep doing what you're doing. You need to stay on track for us to go anywhere. So,
John,
I ain't even got to say much. I practically everything Skyler said. Just agree with that. You know, he's getting hot at the right time, and he just got to keep it up. But he does still need help on the other side.
D-Line's got to show up to help.
I forgot. What'd you say?
What do you
For
think about
Hutchinson,
Hutch?
you forgot me.
Trill
Me?
and then me, but yeah, go ahead.
No, Blue.
Go ahead, Blue.
Oh yeah, I thought you went Trill. My bad.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
so
Go ahead.
Anthony took all my damn points. But one thing I will say though, I actually had a thought about this, and this was actually last year, and I think Sky actually remembers this. Sky, remember we had that conversation where it seems like Hutch is a second half of the season player. I'm starting to notice that because he did that last year in his rookie season too. Like towards the end of the season, bro, he gets hot.
But that's when James Houston came in.
No, rightfully so. But
don't you think the D-line is playing better right now?
a little bit better, yeah. But I guess my point, what I'm saying is like with those bigger
is
games,
getting better right now,
yeah. He's a second half guy where we see the sacks, where we see the more consistent play, where we see obviously the Dallas game. That was arguably his best game of his fucking career. Those big moments games, those primetime games. I feel like Hutch is a big game player. Like when it's like versus like, you know, the Panthers, okay, he's going to get like a sack and a tackle, big whoop-de-doo. Goes to the fucking Cowboys, he's going to get half his sacks in a day. You know what I mean? So
Right.
because it's a big stage type of thing, I feel with Hutch, it seems like. Because I think he did that a lot in Michigan, I believe, too, because especially the Ohio State game, I hate to mention that because we got Bandit and John here, but it's true.
Took him down.
Man, so I guess this means that the Ravens are going to win the Super Bowl, huh?
We'll see you there.
Jared Goff, not on
Stop
my
it.
watch.
No, I'm just saying the Harbaugh, Michigan's got it locked up. I'm sorry. I shouldn't say that.
Oh, I
But
see the angle
I'm
now.
just teasing.
Okay.
I'm just teasing.
No,
Go ahead,
it's all
Squilla.
Michigan, man. Michigan wins the championship. We win the Super Bowl. That's how it works. Man. Anyway,
Yes,
so,
I'm with that.
so
Okay.
no, with Hutchinson, you know, he's first player that came out first 2 years. He's got 20 and a half sacks and 5 interceptions. First player to do that. Started his career.
That's incredible with the picks, bro.
Pretty good.
That's incredible.
Hutchinson he's a monster, and two, I like Rumble's point and Blue's point about him having games where he is big games in the light. Yeah, you're not going to play as hard against Carolina as you are against Dallas, that's just because of the competition level you're on. Hutchinson will probably get you about 2 or 3 pressures, 4 or 5 pressures on Carolina, but he won't make a significant sack or anything like that because you don't need that. You got the rest of the defense taking care of business. Carolina ain't crap. So but then against Dallas, you go out there and hit
shine on shitty teams. You're supposed to shine. I'm sorry.
A lot of our players do that too, and that's why I'm hyped about, bro. A lot of Gibbs, Amon-Ra, Laporta.
I've seen great players not play good bad teams great. So it's yeah. But as long as he comes through when you need to come through, that's all that counts. If you don't need to come through against a team that you're ultimately superior against, all right. And Carolina was that team this year. Atlanta was that team this year. You didn't need to do that. Atlanta scored 6 points. I don't even think he had a sack. I don't think he had to have a sack in that game. But he don't have to show up every time. You took care of business, right? As long as you're taking care of business on defense and you're not playing against a significantly superior team, you can take.
You can have the one sack.
Aiden Hudson always has his motor running, so it's not that. It's whether how much he wants to get to the quarterback or what he's trying to do. Maybe he's trying to do different things on the offensive lineman to see how he can get to the quarterback. Maybe that's what he's doing, taking tests. You know what I'm saying? So when it comes to a big game, he can go out there and be a monster like he was against Dallas and Minnesota. So,
Yeah, I don't think I've ever seen him take too many plays off. I know whoever is having to.
I've never seen Hutch take a play off, bro.
On the offensive side, knows they played against Aiden Hutchinson. He works that offensive line, and they move him around so much. So these teams know, like, yo, kid's gonna be a problem. Like, I don't know how but he's gonna be a problem. You know what I mean? Like, Aiden's gonna give you, like, yeah, sometimes he might get washed down the line, but people know. Teams are starting to recognize him. They're like, yo, kid's going to be a handful, man.
And Rubble, think about this too, brother. I think, again, we might see.
Think about this too, brother.
Shut up. Brother.
I got you for 3 whole minutes, brother.
You snap it to a Slim Jim. Go ahead.
I can't stop.
They're silly, man.
Anyway, so the one thing, maybe this is a hot take. Well, not a hot take, but this is my prediction. I feel like Hutch is going to be a postseason player and not a regular season player. We all know what type of player that is in the NFL, like the Joe Flacco thing, right? In the regular season, yeah. Right. Postseason, different.
I hope so, man. I hope so. I hope this kid is freaking lights out this postseason.
Because I'm trying to think of quarterbacks or at least big name players, regardless of position, that do have postseason games. Because I was about to say Mahomes is really good in the postseason, obviously. I'm trying to think of Kelsey, I would say Kelsey's a postseason player. He delivers big time in the postseason.
Yeah, you could just say Tom Brady. Let's be honest.
I know. I'm just trying to get away from quarterbacks because
the same alma mater. I think that's.
Well, it's not so much that. It's more so of like when they get to the playoffs, this NFL player, ... he takes it to another level because he knows it's game time. The pressure's on. That's where he gets his competitive juices going.
Yeah. ...
Shut up, man.
I ain't heard that in a minute. All right, next thing. Y'all know what happened yesterday that ain't happened all season? For real, you know what happened yesterday that ain't happened all season? Cam Sutton got an interception.
Oh, shit, that's right.
And what's your thoughts on Cam in this game, man? For real, like, hey, that's big, man. You feel me? Like, because he been getting toast these last couple games, man. For real, like, man. Like, what's your thoughts on Cam Sutton getting his first interception as a Lion?
I mean, Cam Sutton's not that kind of corner anyway. He's always a guy that, you don't throw the ball to that side of the field because he's got pretty good pass breakups, PBUs, and you don't really throw to that side, but he's a cornerback. That's when he's a cornerback too. When he's a cornerback one, I think a lot of defenses are starting to shy away because, again, we managed to take out Jerry Jacobs, thank God. and Vildor has been playing up to hype. This kid's been playing well, and so teams are really a little bit more awkward at going out to that side of the field, and now they're saying, you know what? Let's see what Cameron Sutton's made of, and Cameron Sutton's not a fast player, so he doesn't have great agility on the backup, so he gets burned quite often. But it was nice to see him get his first interception. Also, nobody talked about this, but CJ got his first interception as well. And he's played what, 2 games? Got 1 interception.
Yep.
Think about that. He had 6 last year.
Yep.
So, yep.
You
CJ
jumped
with
it,
his
but go ahead. You
one
talk
game.
about it. I mean, we're gonna get there.
So I mean, it was good. It was good.
Yeah.
You know what? And to the point that starting your starters and getting them all pumped up for next week, this is going to help both these secondary people right here.
Oh, indeed. Oh,
CJ's
indeed.
gonna say, what the fuck you say about rotation? No, you need to put me in, so I get my interceptions in bunches, and it's got to feel good for Sutton because, like I said, he's been getting burned and he's been getting picked on. I think he's like, maybe they'll stop talking shit about me if I get this. I'll be fine. But that'll give him confidence going into the playoffs. That'll give him confidence going to the playoffs. And like I said, I'm happy for Cam Sutton.
One
At least
thing
we
it will
got
do.
something from him. Yeah. So
Yeah, man.
I'm proud of both of them for doing that.
Absolutely.
Rumble,
I'm
what's your take on it?
not gonna spend too much time on this. Strilla hit points, but I will make this point right here. How about CD Deuce at the in the press conference, or not in the press conference, but in interviews after the
Media
game, where he
clip,
was
I
like,
think.
yeah, he was like, when I popped that tight end across, that's he lives for stuff like this, and we need a guy like that out there on that field,
Yep.
because not only does he feed off his own like big plays like that, he will feed off another one of those guys hitting somebody like that, popping somebody like that, and then he gets going, and then it seems like he's a magnet. He attracts everyone else. Now everyone else is flying across the field.
Yep.
Now Brian Branch is like, oh, you popped him. Oh, let me go pop somebody. Then Tracy Walker, oh, let me go lay lumber. This guy is just gasoline, and he's the match. So once he gets going, his mouth gets going, and then Cam Sutton, I said this last podcast, you got to be starting Sutton. Got to be starting Sutton. This guy has seen it all. Hell of a veteran, and these are players that QBs don't necessarily want to see in the playoffs. So Stafford, get ready, man. Looking forward to it, man.
I'm so glad CD Deuce is here. I mean, I've been dying for a type of player like that, bro. What you just said.
I agree. I'm gonna hit both of these guys real quick. I mean, I'm glad Gardner Johnson's back. I mean, I know that Kirby and Iffy and Tracy and the group in general. I'm just gonna say the group in general have been doing well, but I think Gardner Johnson is this another level type of player. The way that he brings a different environment on the field too, that helps. He's high motor. That's another thing about him. And he seems to be always around the ball. He's a great leader too, on top of it. So he knows what the fuck he's doing. So we need him. As much as like I said, as everybody else is doing, we need him on the field. That's just a fact. And then as for Cam, good job, Cam, but holy fuck, get your shit together a little bit. What could he do on your interception? To be honest with you, but
I want to save that for the audio. That was hilarious.
I mean,
Hey, he was dead ass serious though.
I know. Just imagine him doing a film review with not seeing his face. It just
I'm not trying to be a dick to Cam, bro, but like we're gonna need you at your highest game come these playoffs. And I know you've been here before, bro, but like, yeah, like you're running in mud. So, and I'm not saying Puka's a burner, Cup's a burner, but holy shit. So, like, think about the Dallas game. You know what I'm saying? The Dallas game is tough. So, it's like That can't. Go ahead. Go ahead, John.
Cam,
So long ass pauses. Like,
no, hey, Cam, congratulations. But yo, hey, you getting toasted over and over and over again. And I just need some more. I just need consistency. Not consistently getting burnt though. I need you to be able to at least be within 2 yards of a receiver. All right, that's all I'm asking.
Hands folded and everything, please.
Yeah, the Birdman hands. Come on, baby.
All
Give me one more.
I'm asking for.
Exactly right there. You're right there.
Like
It's a big problem.
that's a problem.
We have corners getting ran past by two different wide receivers.
Well, Sky, you know what's going to happen next.
5 yards of separation is not going to cut it.
It's not good.
we go get Blue, we go get Anthony, then we go get our player of the game on defense.
Everybody's taking all the good points, man. I mean, you know, shout out to Cam, shout out to CD Deuce. Bandit, I'm sorry. I like to go first sometimes so I can get my shit out and I don't have to go, shit. Now I got
I rotated. That's why we
you
forget.
did a couple times, so shout out to you. Shout out to you.
Be sticking that Go Ohio State in the comments either, man.
Nah, man. Just like the other fellas said, you know, shout out to Deuce, shout out to Cam. I'm just hyped for the postseason now, obviously, because like I said earlier, CD Deuce, I've been dying for a player like that on defense for a long fucking time, bro. And of course, I love me some Hutch. I love me some Aleem. Let's see, Barnes, Anzalone. Anzalone gets a little juiced up. Branch, they're just not. They're not CD Deuce. I want fucking assholes. I want fucking ass kickers on my fucking defense.
I think he's telling us something.
Well, we all know how CD Deuce is. He's gonna literally flick off the fans. He's like, "Fuck you, I don't care." What'd you say, Bandit?
Nothing, man. Just, go ahead, Ed, man.
I'll remember that.
I mean, you know, you only have to look at his figures. Like the last 2 games, Cam Sutton, he's been targeted 19 times. He's given up 17 receptions for 260 yards and a touchdown.
Damn, bingo! Ouch!
It's like,
He came with the stats.
But it's like, call me old-fashioned, but I like a corner who, when a wide receiver runs up to him, he hits him in the face and lets him know he's there. Not take out the fucking signs and wave him through, just like, oh yeah, I'll come on, off you go. And like Jordan Addison
Talk
didn't
to
even
him.
have to try. Jordan Addison didn't even have to try to get past him for that touchdown in the fourth
You
quarter.
need to do some film stuff with Sky. That's awesome commentary.
You just let
right
him
there.
walk by. And I'm sorry, but I know Mosley's hurt and CJ's been hurt all year, but we are paying you a good amount of money to come here, and you are not doing your job properly. And the interception, as glad as I am that he got the interception, let's face it, those 2 interceptions at the end came from pressure from the defensive line, which created bad throws. And he was there to mop it up, and he was there to do it. But, you know, Dak absolutely toasted him with CD, and Jefferson and Nick Mullins have toasted him in successive weeks.
And
I need
butter
to
on
see
them or cream cheese.
Exactly. I need to see a lot more from him. He's our senior guy, and when you've got guys like Kindle Vildor and Jerry Jacobs and that in there with him, I expect to see him front up and act like a leader, and he's not. He's just making too many basic errors, and he's not doing his job. So I'm glad he got the interception. Maybe it'll spark some life into him, but the last 2 games from him have just been completely unacceptable.
Brutal.
Damn, man. Drop the mic.
Again, Sky.
Y'all know who else we were saying that about?
That was beautiful.
You the same thing Ant just said. Y'all know who we was just saying that about? Jerry Jacobs. He was getting interception off tip balls. He was getting burnt, couldn't guard nothing. I'm just saying.
What happens when you're getting targeted now that Jacobs is not on the field? It gets spread around a little bit more. Now you're the
wait.
That's what I just said.
Being that he's a veteran,
yeah, exactly.
Is he playing mind tricks? Is he playing Chris Angel and being like, "Oh, you guys think I suck? Now I'm gonna start picking." Yeah.
This fucker's Chris Angel. I'm dead. I haven't heard that since 2010, bro. Holy shit. Anyway,
we're not even gonna answer that with the Chris Angel. is he playing around? But hey, I gotta ask y'all, who y'all top performers on defense in the game, man? Anthony, I'm gonna start with you, man. After you just dropped the mic like Nas in here. All I need is one mic.
I mean, Hutch is the obvious answer, but I'll give it to Aleem. I thought his first game back, he was absolutely fantastic. A load of tackles for loss, sack. I mean, he's what the D-line's been missing. He's the glue that makes it all work. So, Aleem for me.
He moved around really well today, or the other day.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Thank God, bro. I was nervous about that.
Kai and John, who y'all playing again on defense?
Cam. I mean,
Had us in the first half.
You go,
Down is.
It's
Down
a
is.
big negative.
I mean, it's gonna have to be Hutch, but please, Cam, son. Please,
Man.
please, Vildor. I need you for 3 games.
Shit, Vildor ain't the problem.
I mean, that
Vildor's
motherfucker got
actually
ran
playing
past
red.
you. No. Don't forget that motherfucker got ran
He
past
failed. He failed.
He fell on
He
CD.
failed.
Because he was trying to tackle.
He failed.
The Vikings game, he got
No,
ran
no, he
past
was
you.
trying to tackle him to get the
Coulda ran
penalty.
right past his bitch ass.
They tried to tackle him while he ran
Yeah.
past, and that's why he
Thank you,
fell,
Skrilla.
or he would have stayed with him.
Come on,
He was
bro.
grabbing
Thank you,
for the
Skrilla.
arm.
Vildor is a better.
Vildor, we got your back.
Sutton right now.
At least he running next to the person when he guarding them. You feel me? Not 10 yards behind
Hey,
him.
we're not
Go ahead,
making
John.
for bad defense. All right, we've been complaining about the secondary all year long. All right, they're still bad. Still,
He was trying to blame AG.
It's still
Zoom it on Sky,
saying
bro.
that. Our corners are terrible. They can't cover nobody in a phone booth.
Speak, my fellow Buckeye. Speak.
So
Talk
who's
to
the
him.
top player?
Heading out here.
Wait, so who's the top player on
Who
defense?
your top player, John?
Oh, it's Hutch. I mean,
I thought you were saying
He went in on the
Bill, he
secondary.
said Bill.
Rubber, who you got, man?
Oh man,
Rubber, who you got,
I'm gonna
man?
I'm gonna surprise you guys, and I'm gonna go Levi. The guy's been on the milk carton. He's been on DaeDae's milk carton for God knows how long. Comes in a game. He actually looked pretty good, man. He got off his block. So if we can get a healthy Levi, if we can get a healthy, Houston, a lot of these guys are versatile. Man, it's going to be fun to see what these guys can do, man, especially Levi, because the kid is so passionate about the game. So I'm going to give it to him just because I know you guys are going to go where you're going to go. But I think he played a
He made
game.
one sack. Now he's passionate about the
Where I
game.
wanna go.
I'm just saying, he made
He made
one
one
sack.
sack.
Now he's passionate about the game.
leave that man alone, man. Leave your uncle alone, bro.
He's always been passionate, though, man. Even even leading up to when he got drafted,
He's a good kid. Yeah, I agree. He's a good kid.
it's just unfortunate. I think I'm going to go back to the medical team we have. I think we got a competent medical staff, and I hope we get more than one game out of him. I hope he plays the entire playoffs. Who knows what kind of impact he
I mean,
can
look
have.
at Iffy. It took 3 years for Iffy to turn on.
See, there you go. See,
That's how long they've been tainting him though. They got. Go ahead, Skrilla. Who your top performer of the defense, man?
Back issues you don't fuck with, bro.
Well, thanks to Rumble, he took mine because I was going to say Iowa, but Levi. Well, there was nobody in the secondary. I'll tell you that damn much. It's amazing though that the
Y'all
Lions are
is so
12 and 5 with-
disrespectful.
Do you understand?
lie?
We're 12. But understand this. We're still 12-5 with that bad secondary. Think about
exactly.
yes,
12-5 with that
Oh
bad
yeah,
ass
bro.
secondary.
I would like some better depth at D tackle, and to your point with the secondary, that's incredible. We won 12 games with that. I agree.
So I would like to get rid of
Who
the
your
whole damn
defensive player of the
secondary if
game,
I would
man?
tell you. I'm gonna give it to Hutch. I'm giving it to Hutch. Fuck all that.
Who did we,
I ain't even gonna
who
do
we
no
got-
explaining.
who
I'll
did we
just
not
say Hutch.
Did we get everybody? Because I'm gonna give y'all
Not
mine.
me.
Hey,
Not
get
me.
Blue, man. Stop forgetting my boy Blue, man.
What the
So everybody picked Hutch, rightfully so. That's the right pick. But my personal pick, bro, to be a little different. Josh Pascal looked really good, bro.
Yes.
hell? That was
Yes.
another guy.
I
So
respect that.
I think Sky knows I'm a Pascal guy, and I always was the fan. He kind of got the Levi treatment, like, oh, Pascal's not good. He's not
Yep.
this. He's not that. You know,
He's
rightfully
mid
so.
as fuck.
But Sky, I mean, if as long as he's mid as fuck at the very least, you know, he's a
Oh,
good
we trust
rotational
him.
He
piece.
had a couple decent games, man. We just need if James is not back, somebody needs to step up. I don't know
Well,
if it's
yeah,
a
yeah.
collaboration of fucking 4 different people or what it is,
Mhm.
but there's somebody else
yeah.
needs to step up. Period.
But at the same time, like I've always seen Josh Pascal make a few plays here and there, and I know he was a second round pick, and I
In the
know
run
we
game.
want, you know, yeah. But again, what I'm trying to say is I know he's a second round pick, and we want him to be fucking 10 sacks, blah blah blah, whatever you want to put the expectations on him. But he's a good rotational piece for us in the future, honestly. And I'm glad people are starting to realize he could make a play here and there. He has a role on this team. We all know that.
I
by
would
now,
just
probably.
like 5 out of him.
Yeah. If he gets 5, I'm good. He's a guy that you don't judge off of the box score, bro. He blows up the line of scrimmage. Like that Dallas game last year was great. Go ahead, Bandit. You were about to say something.
I don't hate him on
Not defensive player.
No, Sky. Like I was alluding to the fact the reason
Well, I'm talking about the comment and thing. I don't hate him on Dunn. That's not the thing.
Oh.
I just think that people are saying like that he's gonna continue. Yeah.
Of course,
Like-
John hates him. He's a fucking Ohio State fan.
I just don't see him as a major impact.
Josh
At all.
Pascal's a bum. He's a bum.
Hey,
Derek Barnes.
DaeDae's on here now. What the fuck?
I don't hate Pascal.
I do. I think he's overrated and he's a bum.
DaeDae, I'm not calling him an elite. fucking
First of all, he
player,
can't be
bro.
overrated.
Where did
'cause
you
he ain't
even
been
come-
playing
we
enough
talk
to
about
be
it today.
overrated.
Why is he so angry right now?
I want to slap the crap out of you.
Because you heard Josh Pascal.
So, DaeDae, who was your player on
He'll play Florida State.
who your defensive player of the game, DaeDae?
Well, if I'm not gonna go with the obvious and Hutch, I gotta go with Aleem, man. The dude was playing his ass off, and he's finally healthy. I gotta give it to Levi. I gotta go Levi.
Solid pick. Solid pick.
Wait, Levi or Liam?
Okay.
Levi.
He said,
I mean, to be honest, I
Well,
only
I
watched
got
half the
somebody-
game. I went to sleep at halftime.
That's
It was a preseason game, bro. Like let's keep it a buck.
yeah, my player of the game. My player of the game on defense didn't even play defense. You feel me? It was Jack Fox in that goddamn boot, bro. You feel me? The way he was setting everybody up in deep. Hey, field position is a big part of football. You feel me? Hey, shout out to Jack Fox for doing what he's doing. You feel me? Yeah, he was
Goddamn
back in his
boot.
day. You feel me?
Wait, positions
I had
besides
to
the
think
quarterback
outside the box
position?
on y'all. Y'all feel me? I
boot for a boot.
knew y'all gonna do the same thing.
A boot for a boot.
God dang, Bo. I'm
gonna
gonna get everybody's
make a
final
meme
thoughts,
out of
man.
that one
DaeDae, since you just got here, start with you, man.
Final thoughts, man. Let's go into these playoffs. Let's show them that we weren't just a fluke for the regular season. Let's get through this first game healthy. I say we sit Laporta this first game. I don't think we needed him against the Rams. Let's go, man. Let's go make some noise in the playoffs. And fuck Matt Stafford from 8 to midnight next Sunday.
There you go. That's right. Fuck Matt Stafford this whole week.
It's fuck Matt Stafford week.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Grilla, the final thoughts.
Hey, keep it trucking. Let's just keep this offense moving. Like I said, yeah, I guess, sitting Laporta probably be the best thing. I wouldn't want to play him after he came off a hyper extended limb there. No, especially legs and a bone bruise. So I would probably just sit him out this week if they feel that good about him playing. But I think the offense is not going to have any trouble. The defense, that secondary is going to have to be alert.
They're gonna have to show up.
Battle stations.
Hey, did I hear Cam got a pick? That must have happened in the second half. Cam got a pick.
Fourth quarter.
Was
Hey.
that literally like with the 2-minute warning of the game? Like
I think.
fourth quarter?
Oh no, because CJ got the last pick, and Sutton got the first.
Right.
Well, goddamn, I gotta go back and look at these stats.
See, that's what happens when you go to sleep, man.
Man, that shit, bro. Look, I done got a little too stoned during our pregame show and ordered some food and passed out.
Passed out.
Passed out.
19.
Anthony, man, let's get your final thoughts, man.
I lost my car keys.
My final thoughts. I know, the decision whether to play the starters or not has garnered some argumentation this week and everything, but this is our first playoff game in 7 years. This is our first home playoff game in 30 years. Every single person out there that is not a Detroit Lions fan wants us to lose this week, and they want us to lose because they can rub this one in our faces for a long time coming. Stafford's coming home. It'd be a perfect narrative to carry on beating us down. So for all of us, guys, whatever we feel about Dan's decision to do the starters as a fan base, we just need to stick together and all tell them to go themselves. We are going to win this game.
Agreed.
We are going to move forward. We are going to shake off this same old Lions moniker. This is the brand new Lions. We're going places, and the haters can go suck it. It's not happening. We're not losing this. Let's go out and win it.
I wanted to run through a wall after you said that, Anthony.
Yeah, and I'm telling you, man. Yeah, absolutely. To Ant's point, this is the first time. These are the right guys. These are the guys that are supposed to be here. From the owner all the way down to the ball boy and the towel girl, whatever they called. But these are the guys.
What are we doing here?
Yo, we have
What are
towel
we doing?
girls now? Damn.
Maybe.
You just said you wanted to trade. Y'all just said y'all wanted to trade the whole secondary. Now everybody's supposed to be here.
No, I'm saying that this team is supposed to be here right now.
Man,
12-5.
No.
Okay.
Shit, I'll trade the towel girl too if it means I can get a better secondary.
Yeah,
poop.
this team is supposed to be here right now. They're starting. They are playing a home. They're playing at home, a playoff game at home, and we as fans need to be there. We need to be loud, and we need to put the NFC on notice because we can compete with any team in the NFC. We just showed that against Dallas, and unfortunately, Nick Sirianni is biting our coach in his post conference. It's on me. It's on me. So he's trying to grasp his inner alter ego Dan Campbell, and it's not working, man. He couldn't motivate a bowel movement. So with that being said, the NFC is
on definition of overrated. Nick Sirianni.
Yes.
Hey, can we throw Dre Bly out there at corner? He might be able to do something.
Man, hey, he's probably
Fucking
still
poop.
better.
Well, that's a good idea.
Damn boats.
But yeah,
No, look past the boat. It's poop.
That's my final thought. Thanks, Ant, for rocking with us, man. I appreciate
Snickers
it.
in a pool, man. Snickers in a pool.
Go ahead.
That's not chocolate. That's not chocolate.
Man, I'm still hyped after Anthony's little pregame speech. My final thoughts heading into the probably the most important game in like 60 years, something like that. Maybe I'm being a little over dramatic.
Damn, tell me you're ready to go to the off. You're used to going to the off season without telling me you're used to going to the off season. Blue about said it. The final week going into the off season.
Fuck off. What the fuck? Anyway, no, like I know. Land the plane. Fuck off. Everybody's fucking distracting me. Fuck off.
My bad.
Anyway, yeah, man. Let's show the fuck up this actual postseason. I'm not losing that home playoff game, bro. and I know Dan's gonna win us that.
See you fucking out there fighting.
Right.
Oh, yeah. I would be
You out
surprised
there,
if Dan
bro?
punches somebody. I'm not joking when I say that. Like, he's gonna be ready, and this team is gonna be fucking ready.
Blue out there lining up next to Jonah.
I'll be Laporta.
Go ahead,
I'll be
Skyler.
Laporta.
Fucking report, motherfucker. You better fucking report.
Yeah, you better fucking report.
Hey, hey.
I ain't.
Guy, what's your final?
I ain't.
Final thoughts. Vikings. Man, that was honestly, I didn't really give a fuck about what happened in that game whatsoever. I'm glad we won. Just because of two reasons, really, record wise. The 12-5 thing, honestly, to the city and to everything Lions, I mean, that shit does mean a lot to have that record.
Yep.
That's not something, and other teams that are used to having records, things like that, they're on winning streaks, they're doing well right now, whatever you want to call it. We don't get that shit much here, so it means a whole lot. So I'm glad they did win. And to your guys' point, I know I was arguing it earlier, but what they did was what you said. It was a motivational tool of everybody playing and getting ready for that game going into the playoffs because it hasn't happened. Mm-hmm. Everybody's got to remember that this is uncharted territory for a lot of people. This is uncharted territory for Dan Campbell. This is uncharted territory for Brad Holmes, Sheila, all the coaching staff, half the fucking players.
Not Jared Goff.
So
Dan's got a ring.
With that, I know, but as a head coach.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
organizationally, this is completely new.
Everybody in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? All these guys are in these positions that they've never been in, and here we are. So I understand why you guys said what you did, and that's why they did it. Period. Plain and simple.
Mental
ride or die, I guess is the best way to say it. Dan Campbell's gonna do what he's gonna do, and that's it.
We live by Dan, we die by Dan.
Dan knows this game is important, bro. That's why I'm going to ride and die with him next Sunday or Saturday. What was it, Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday at 8 o'clock, you fucking vote. How the hell you don't know?
On the
cock.
Damn.
Go ahead, John.
God damn, Strilla. You did not.
Just really to like
on the cock.
Skyler's point. Like,
got Draymond
it's
Green
great for the city
because
this is uncharted territory for us. But at the same time, like, personally, I think that they still shouldn't have played as long. I mean, now we got a banged up Sam Laporta. Hopefully he can be healthy enough to play. But it is big for us to get that win, finish off the Vikings, finish off a divisional opponent. So, just all around good job. Corners still need work.
It's gonna be fucking popping Saturday night, baby. We're gonna be out there, or Sunday. We're gonna be out there around 4 o'clock. So,
that's right, Scott. You got tickets, don't you?
Yeah, I'm gonna be out there around 4 o'clock. Anybody wants to hit me up?
I'm telling you guys, it's gonna make the Superdome look like Child's Play. That's how loud that shit's gonna get in there.
Sky going live from the game on the show next.
Shit, his speakers might
You know
go
what I'm gonna
out.
do? I'm gonna bring a table, bro. I'm gonna set up a table with duct tape, bro. With duct tape and a marker, and just have people walk by and for free, literally for free. If you have a Stafford jersey, I'll literally tape it, write J-Mo on that motherfucker, and then take a picture and we'll post it online so everybody gets trending with it, bro.
Sky,
there we go.
Use that.
Sky, John,
there you go. You got right, Waymo.
Woodward table at Ford Field.
There you go. No, I'm not going down there. I'm not getting on my Twitter.
I had to throw the little.
I'm not getting. Hey, listen, I'm not getting power bombed by Gardner Johnson on Twitter. So I'm
Hey,
good.
you guys want to hear something that's pretty funny about Green Bay fans that are sometimes they're stupid as hell before they talk? So a Green Bay fan told me, "Oh, we're going to go to Dallas and beat Dallas." I said, "That's good. I hope you do." Because you know what that means? Detroit gets to host 2 playoff games, you stupid fuck. And you get to go play San Francisco and get your ass whipped at San Francisco. Thank you. Bye.
Hey, I got into an argument with a Packers fan today that didn't know shit. He was like, y'all better be scared of us. We're gonna whoop y'all's ass that first game. I was like, bro, do me a favor, go on the internet and check the
We
schedule.
wouldn't play y'all until
No,
the
we
last
play
game.
us. That's what they said. They said that was one of the scenarios. I said, bro, just hop on Google real quick. He texted me back 2 minutes later. He goes, yeah, you're right. We gotta go
Bro,
play
What you
Dallas.
said is fucking
You know what's
hilarious.
weird
Though. I ain't gonna
about
lie
that
to you,
day?
bro.
You know how me, you, and Sky were on Lions Twitter a lot, right? Funny enough, bro, out of the NFC North, bro, like the Packers fans are the chillest in the North. Vikings and
On Twitter, yeah.
Yeah, Vikings and Bears fans can go fuck themselves, bro. Packers fans are just going like, yeah, I guess the Lions are good now. The other two are just
Bears
salty as
fans are just
fuck.
delusional half the time. There's a couple good ones in there.
Oh
but-
yeah. Oh, there is. But
But
the
Christ
Vikings fans are salty
almighty,
and
dude.
clowns. Fucking
Strilla,
Christ.
final thoughts? We didn't get yours. I think we got everybody else's.
We got all but the fucking boats.
We
Oh,
got
you
Skrilla.
Oh,
We didn't get mine.
Boat,
Yet,
man,
damn
it's
it.
the biggest boat.
you goddamn boat.
Go ahead, bro.
Final thoughts comes in 2 seconds. You feel me? Real.
2
My
seconds.
first final thought is this though.
What the fuck?
Breaking news. Do not come to the damn stadium with no goddamn Detroit Rams fucking shirts on. I swear, I'm not even going to the game. But if you do, I hope you get beat up. For real. I don't even support violence, but if you need punched in the head that day, you feel me? Number 2.
Lagging?
Matthew Stafford is not our quarterback anymore. Let it go. You feel me? Like, goddamn boat. You feel me? Like, let this shit. He's not our quarterback no more. He left. We got rid of him. You feel me? He went to LA.
My cigarettes never came back.
He got a ring. Congratulations. He's not ours anymore. You like it's divorce. You feel me? That whole wing got married to a dude. You feel me? Let it go. We still in the street. You feel me? Like, come on, man. Like, God dang, boats for real. Like, it's okay to root for. I love Stafford. That was my quarterback. You feel me? I'm not gonna go burn his jersey like the Cleveland fans did LeBron and nothing like that. You feel me? But dang, just
We're on the streets. You got a
you don't
Ram.
play for them. You got a goddamn Ram on his
But
line.
yeah, you're right, Bandit, bro. Like again, I'm not telling anybody to say forget your memories and your allegiance to Stafford when he was alive. But at the same time, bro, if you're just gonna be all kissy, lovey-dovey, oh, he was my former quarterback, like, bro, do you want to win a playoff game for once? Jesus Christ.
But half
All
the
I
team
know
doesn't
is-
know the guy.
This NFC,
Like Adam and Eve, he broke off his rib and gave it to us so we can live. You feel me? Like,
the NFC was put
That's a
on
good way to
notice
look at it.
with that Dallas game. All I know is
Yep.
if we play Dallas again, I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones is going to have a stern bowel movement because our team is going to be so amped to play that game. So the only team I'm worried about are the 49ers. But again, they have their own problems. They have their own stuff they got to worry about. I think we're going to put the NFC on notice, and I think we're going to shine, and I think we're going to be the most talked about team in this playoffs. But I'm looking forward to it.
Ooh,
So,
I like the guts.
we got both our
Rumble.
running backs. We got
let him know where you
O-line.
is though. We're gonna head out that way.
Oh, my bad. Uncle Rumble.
No, go ahead, go do it.
I'm always here with these guys over here.
Yeah, do make your statement. Then finish your statement, Rebel. Then let everybody know who you is. So go ahead.
Always over here with the Bandits. I want a special shout out to Anthony from Roy of the Lions UK for joining us. Shout out to Sky, Strilla, DaeDae, and Blue, of course, and of course Bandit, man. This was fun. I'm looking forward to Sunday. Thank you guys as always, man. You guys are always live. It's always dope. And I enjoy talking ball with all of you guys, man. So I appreciate it, man.
That's Bandit with a T. There's a T on Bandit. I just want to let you know. All right,
Bandy.
Blue, man, let them know where they can find you at, man.
Yeah, thank you, Bambi. You can find me on Twitter at Blue and Silver over here. Do the Sky thing, and that's the same thing as YouTube.
Fucking copycat bitch.
I steal from the best, bro. I'm fucking ready. I got the Dan Campbell juices flowing. I'm fucking ready for next Sunday.
Whoa, pause like a
You got a fucking
motherfucker.
leader of it, don't you?
Huh?
I bet you got a fucking leader of it, don't you?
Sick.
Damn.
Move on. Move the fuck on.
It's for a cop.
Skrilla, man, let him know you is, man.
Got him.
You know it's past our bedtime. Skrilla, let him know what it is.
I know shit. We're all giggling and shit. I don't know what reason at all. We're all boats right now. And Sky trying to be fucking that little midget comedian. Anyway, I'm B Striller the Thriller.
Mr. Midget to you, buddy.
Find me at JBK Zone Coverage, all social media. We're on at 1 on Saturday. Peace out.
DaeDae, you know you woke up late, man.
Oh, come on. Look at my looking at right now, dude.
My
I'm in bed.
Hey, we do like brothers right now, for real. We like twins. But let them know they can fight you at DaeDae.
This is this Pornhub plug. Send it, DaeDae. Here you go.
OnlyFans.
Yeah, fans only.
Plug it. Here you go.
Where's the blue light at?
Shit, it's your boy DaeDae. Right now, you can find me in the bed. But usually you can find me on Twitter at Markham246. Let's go Lions. Goddamn boats. Fuck.
You got the red light special going on, boy.
What am I watching?
Shit, all the
Go ahead, John. It's got to can find you at, man.
You can find us right here. And with the villains, man. We here. We're always here. Find us.
Damn it.
For sure. Man, big.
Find them on, you
big,
can find
big
them on the
thank
lake,
you,
too.
man. Big thank you to Anthony, man. Well, I don't know what time it is in the UK right now.
Shut up.
It's about 4:30 in the morning, but
Hey, yes, sir. We appreciate it.
Yeah.
Tell us where you're from, man.
For real, man.
Tell us where you're from.
Yeah.
Hey, that is the price we pay for taking on a sport from another country. But hey ho, I'm Anthony. You can find us at Roar of the Lions UK. We are a group of British Detroit Lions fans. You can find us on Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and then on game days we go live as well. Thanks for having us. Appreciate it. We do really appreciate it that you guys over there want to give us the time of day to come and talk with it, because it's not a natural sport for us. And but yeah. Thanks for all. I really enjoyed this.
Can you talk?
I'm gonna come on one of your shows one day early as fuck.
Yeah,
Eric's gonna come out, bro.
So yeah,
It won't come out. Pause. Wow.
What
I know
is
you
going
ain't
on?
pausing somebody over there. You got Dan Campbell's juices flowing. You ain't talking.
Mr. I love Derek Barnes. I love St. Brown. I love Dane. Mwah.
A lot of loving over there.
What? Hey, man.
Who said that? Me or Day?
You.
And I'm shipping blue to you, okay?
Sound like Chris Collins
Man.
over there.
Sky, man.
Here's a guy.
Sky, man, take us out of here, man.
First class freight for fucking blue, dude. There you go.
Oh my God.
All right, guys. Make sure you guys have a good night. Make sure you give Bandit a follow. Bandit Sports on fucking YouTube, everything else. Make sure you give all these motherfuckers a follow too. You know where you get the information from fucking Lions. All the goodies here, all the fun here. We're chilling. You already know how we do it. I appreciate y'all. Till the next show, Saturday night, we'll do something.
Goddamn folks.
We'll do something. So be ready.
A4.
Catch the fucking ball.
Hey,